I'm actually in the car right now.
Okay. Okay, if you cannot turn on your camera, that's okay. Never mind. I just, for those who can, please do so. Right, can we start or we are waiting for you to sampai duduk?
Yes, sir.
Alright, okay. Take time.
Ada.
Okay, I apologize for asking you to work suddenly. Right now, let's take a look at our situation. This is a bit technical, right? But I need you to be prepared. So any kind of situation will, will come out. So you have to be prepared anyway. Okay. Right. The situation is some developed countries offer citizenship to people from other nations for their skills, knowledge, expertise, and etc. Right? In your opinion, what benefits do people look for when they decided to migrate to another country? Right, so the keyword would be what benefits people look when they want to migrate to another country. Right, so now we are talking about these citizens yang memang nak migrate. They are not like refugees who had to migrate to other country with force. Okay, now imagine you are a normal citizen who live normally in the country, but you want to migrate to another country. So what benefit do you look for in the country that you want to move in, right? Can you please turn off your microphone first?
Sorry.
Bunyi motor pula.
Lupa pula.
Right. Okay, now candidate A, Marini, you are candidate A. Your point is greater career opportunities. Candidate B, Aisha, you are candidate B. Your point is equal economic opportunities. Candidate C, Adira, you are candidate C. Your point is advanced public infrastructure. And candidate D, Christina, your point is established educational institutions. Right? So you have to present on what benefits do people look for when they decided to migrate to another country. We have 4 points. Each one of you have received one of each point.
Some developed
You
countries.
have 2 minutes to prepare and then 2 minutes to present. Right? 2 minutes preparation time. After that, 2 minutes preparation time ends. Candidate A will present, followed by candidate B, C, and D. Right, before we start our preparation time, do you ladies have any question regarding this situation and topic?
Some developed countries offer citizenship to people from other nations for their skills, knowledge, expertise.
You can ask anything that you
In
have,
your opinion, what benefits people look
problem
for
understanding.
when they decided to migrate
It
to
can
our
be
country?
the
Establish
phrase meaning,
educational
the meaning of phrase, meaning of word. It can be the situation itself, the topic that you have been given.
Establish
Right, any question?
Sir,
Yes.
when we are presenting, can we refer to the paper?
Yes, you can.
Establish.
Right, ladies, I believe you have no question to ask. So I will start the 2 minute preparation time. Right? 2 minute preparation time starts now.
Establish educational institution. Kenapa dia kena pilih itu? Yeah, family. Family education. They migrate to another country. Uh, keluarganya terpenjara. To ensure his or her family his education is guaranteed their family education. The children, the family, good person. Natural. There will be children orang lain yang negatif.
Right, candidate, 2 minute preparation time has ended. Candidate A, you have 2 minutes to present your point. 2 minutes
To ensure
starts now.
is guaranteed. Have a formal.
Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to respected Mr. Kai and other fellow candidates. So as we are talking about the benefits people look when we are migrating to other country, I would like to elaborate 3 points about greater career opportunities. The first point is we can help boost the country's economy that we are migrating to. For example, when we do business there, we open a factory there. So by people buying the product from us, can help the currency to boost and increase the stability of the economy of that country. So the second point I would like to elaborate is to help solve the problems that is happening within the country. For example, when we go to not really developed country like India, they don't have they don't really have expert energy expert um, they don't really have people who are expert in some careers. So when we go there, we can help them to improve their country. So when we go to developed country, they appreciate very much the talents and the skills that we have, so that we can solve the country's problem with the skills that we have. And the last point I would like to elaborate on the benefit people look for when they decided to migrate to another country.
Thank you, candidate A. Candidate B, you have 2 minutes to present. 2 minutes starts from now.
A very good afternoon to the teacher and my fellow friends. The situation states that there are benefits that people look for when they decided to migrate to another country. I believe that equal economic opportunities is one of these benefits that make them want to migrate to another country. First of all, I would like to propose that when people migrate to another countries, they they feel like that countries that they want to migrate to will accept them as they provide equal chances for them to be employed. They could find work there. For example, like Indonesians and Philippines that come here to Malaysia to find work, they could find work. For example, like being a chef in a school and be the workers to build to help to build building. Next, other countries will accept people that migrated to their countries in if they have abilities to work. It means that they have the abilities to cook, they can do their work properly, they have the strength to do, and are no they have no they have no they will not bother about the fees that they have been paid, their salary. They will not bother about it. Lastly, it's because they can earn money more rather than on their own country. So they want to migrate to another country because of that reason. In conclusion, they want to migrate to another country because they will receive equal economic opportunities. That is, they have the chances to.
Thank you, candidate B.
Thank you.
Right, candidate C. You have 2 minutes to present your point. 2 minutes starts now.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. I bid to Mr. Kai and fellow candidates. Based on the situation given, the benefits that people look when they decide to migrate to another country is because of advanced public infrastructures. So, in my opinion, people want to when people want decide to migrate to another country, they want advanced public infrastructure like public transportation in like when like in other country they want uh, um, like when in other country they want something different from the country that they live, so they want something new like public transportation, or they want advanced amenities from the country that they want to migrate, such as they want advanced public transportation, or like anything uh, given to them. So in conclusion, I think people want to migrate to other countries because of advanced public infrastructure.
Okay, thank you, candidate C. Candidate D, you have 2 minutes to present your point. 2 minutes starts from now.
Assalamualaikum and a good afternoon. I bid to Mr. Kai and fellow candidates. My first point is, I want to talk about benefits. What benefits do people look for when they decided to migrate to another country, which is establish educational institution. First, they look for their family education, so that if that country has a stable education, when they migrate to the country, they don't have to worry about their family's education. They want to ensure that their family has their family's education is guaranteed. When they have a formal education, um, his or her family members will have a bright future in the country. My next point is make sure the children in the family has a good be a good person. Um, if um, if the children in that country have a negative behavior, um, the others children will be influenced by the bad habits. So um, mostly mostly um, most country with high educational has a high educational their citizen will have a good behavior. For instance, Finland is popular with their educational performance. So to conclude,
Thank you,
hmm,
anyway, Tuti.
thank you.
Right. With that, you have completed your first task A. Now let's move on to task B. This is group discussion. Right. In this group discussion, you have to discuss which topic would be. No, no, no. I baca atas. Right now, you have to discuss which is the best benefit that people look for when they decided to migrate to another country. We have four benefits, which are greater career opportunities, equal economic opportunities, advanced public infrastructure, and established educational institutions. So you have to discuss among these four which one is the best benefit that people look for. Okay? Remember, in Tasbih, you can pick any point that you think is the best relevant point. Okay, you are not longer restricted to talk about your previous point. In Tasbih, you can pick anything among the four that you think is the most is the best benefit that people look for. Okay. Remember, anyone can start the discussion, and during the last minute, one of you have to come forward and do the conclusion for the discussion. So by that time, all of you should have agreed at one decision. Okay, which is the best benefit that people look for when they decided to migrate to another country. Okay, you have 2 minutes to prepare and then 10 minutes presentation time. Okay, before I begin with the presentation time, no, the preparation time, do you have any question, Lidis?
Can you
No question? Is it all understood? Okay, with that, 2 minutes preparation time starts now.
Hi guys, should we discuss?
Right now.
Okay, so who's going to do the conclusion? My mic's out. Um, so let's discuss on which point is the most important point first. Okay? So I guess
Sekarang ke?
sepatutnya sekarang. Equal economics.
So I guess my point is the most important one because that is the main reason most of us migrate to other country, right? When who is going to do the intro? Who's going to do the intro?
Mari ni lah.
Okay. So conclusion? Can the same person do? Or should you do, Aisha?
Okay. I try. InsyaAllah.
So I think when we have
I think so.
What do you guys think?
But candidate A and candidate B's point quite similar.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mention about the how B is related to A.
Mm.
But I also never heard of.
Right, candidate. Sorry to cut you off. 2 minute preparation time has ended. Now, candidate, you have 10 minutes to discuss which is the best benefit that people look for when they decided to migrate to another country. Okay, during this time, I will turn off my mic and my camera so that the floor is all yours to discuss. With that, 10 minute discussion time starts now.
Um, so, hello again, sir. So here we are going to discuss the most important benefit that people look for when they are migrating to another country. I think point B, which is equal economic opportunities, is the is very closely related to greater career opportunities because when we uh, migrate to another country, we are expecting for the for the for us people who migrate to their country to get the same benefit as the citizen of that country. As Aisha mentioned just now, we like people really hope to get equal salary. What do you think about it, Aisha?
Okay. Thank you, candidate E. For my opinion, I think that my point is the main point that is the vital trait that make the people wants to migrate to another country. This is because uh, it is seems like related to the point by the candidate A, but the economy, the career is like under the point of it. So, for example, first of first of all, I propose that through the when people know that another country seems like have a stable economic structure and organization, and they have many works, many empty jobs there that are free for the people to come to apply for that job. So it means that it will make the country as the main attraction for another residents of another country to migrate there. So what do you think about that, candidate D?
Yes. In my opinion, I agree with both candidate A and candidate B's point, as it's quite similar. Mm, um, we we go to another country to get a proper job so that we can have a high salary. So that's why I said that I agree with both of these candidates. Um, are you have any different opinion, candidate C?
Um, I think I agree too with all of you because uh, when we want to migrate to another country, of course we look for equal and stable economic opportunities because if a country does not have a stable economic, so it will be a risk for us to migrate to that country since um, have it will affect us too. So if their country has a stable economic, there will be greater career opportunities. Nowadays, it is hard to get a job, and the there's too many people employed nowadays. So I uh, stable new economic opportunities is the best benefits that people look when they decide to migrate to another country.
May I add another point? Candidate D or C?
Yeah,
Yes.
you may.
I believe that it is due to the different money currency, it is different value of money about the two countries. It means that oftenly we heard that people, residents of country with low value, that means that their country's value of money is low, rather than the countries that they decided to migrate to. So that value, they want make them want to migrate to their countries because they feel like if they get a job there, the salary they get paid with, even though the salary is quite lower compared to the normal resident in the country, but to them it feels like the salary is worthwhile. It means that it worth more than having a job in their own country because of the different value of money currency. What what is your opinion?
After listening to your explanation, I changed my mind and I'm agree with candidate A's point because if we there are a lot of unemployed student unemployed unemployed people out there. So um if we have greater career um we need to have the job before we think about the salary.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
and candidate A state that by have the greater career, she can help the economics of the country. It's quite good point. I think.
So what about candidate A?
When we are talking about the academics, I think it is closely related to the currency since Malaysia has a stable economy right now. Many people migrate to other more developed countries like United States of America or United Kingdom, which has a better and stable currency. For example, when someone when someone migrate to United States of America, which has the currency, the ratio of the currency Malaysia to the US dollar is 1 to 4, which is about 1 to 4. Then people will like all of us want to get more salary. Like um, we are looking for the job which benefits us more in terms of salary. So when we migrate to United States of America, we get when we change the currency to Malaysian ringgit, then we will get more money. So other than academic, we also look for the educational institution because um, if only the parents um, like parents want their child to be successful in the future. So I think they don't only want for them to live comfortably. So I believe that all parents want their children to be successful like them also. So um, families' formal education is very important so that their children can get a stable job opportunity in the future. What do you guys think about education opportunity?
Education opportunities.
Okay, candidates, you are now entering the last minute of your discussion. Can one of you come forward and do the conclusion, please?
In conclusion, we have decided to pick the established educational institutions as the vital trait that makes people decided to migrate to another country. This is because of Education is essential in someone's life. With education, with good education, we could achieve success, as we know how to find a career, we know how to differentiate our values, we know how to work properly, and then we know how to appreciate our countries and other countries, and thus we choose established educational institutions as the best point out of 4 points. Thank you.
Okay, right. So, do you all agree with the conclusion made by candidate B, candidate A, C, and D?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Wow. Yes, of course. Okay. Right. With that, you have ended your tasbih, and that also means you have ended your speaking practice. Okay. Now it's feedback time. I'll start off with task A. This is individual uh, presentation. Okay, but before that, just so you know, I heard everything in the background. It was nasty, it was gross, but never mind, we will proceed, We'll start with candidate A, Marini. Marini, I like how you follow the guideline. You were very structured. You had clear voice, good points. Okay, please keep up the good work, right? You had no problem with your language. It was all great, no problems at all. However, your timing, you have, you didn't conclude you didn't have your conclusion. So maybe you have to work on the conclusion, I mean the timing. And the only negative side, it's not really negative, it's so like the downside. It's not the downside, but you did all good, but
Yeah, I get it.
okay, the bad side, alright, the bad side, you were so nervous, you had shaky voice, we all could tell that you were nervous, your voice was so shaky, but you were trying to tell everyone that you were nervous. So please try to relax. Remember that you are a proficient speaker, you have good points, so you need not to be afraid, okay? Try to relax, okay? The tip is try to breathe in, pull in, and then breathe out, right? Inhale, exhale. Once you have calm enough, you would have endless thought come to your mind, right? So you will not be nervous, right? That is on RD. Then we have um, Aisha. Aisha, you are also very structured. You have very, very good points. Your voice was very clear and you did very good conclusion. So you have no problem with your timing. I really hope that you could keep up the good work when you are actually sitting for the MUET test and the speaking test, right? But just like Marini, you had shaky voice. Okay, were you nervous? Okay, you don't have to answer that. You were so nervous. It was so obvious that you were nervous, right? You had shaky voice. Please next time try to relax. Just know that you are in good hands. You have no problem. You could nail this, right? So be confident with your answer, with your presentation. Relax, okay? Aisha, please keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Atira, uh, Atira, you are the one yang dalam kereta kan?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
So no, it's not anything pun. So I bet it's not really conducive for you to brainstorm for ideas. So I get it if you had a lot of gaps of silence. When you want to say something, then suddenly you go, yeah, malaikat lagu, jap. Then you had fillers. You know what are fillers? Fillers are like this. Like, okay, those are fillers, right? So that means that you are not having enough point to talk. That you are not relaxed. You were nervous as hell, right? So try to chill, okay? However, you had conclusion. That's very good point, right? You did your conclusion. So my advice for you is, just like the other two, relax. Okay, try to relax. And then Christina, you were very, very structured as well. And then you had very good points. However, I would say that your points were not really answering the question. Okay, but it's not your fault because the question is like very technical. Okay, and yeah, you were too nervous as well, right? So all four of you had this shaky voice. Then Christina, you had feelers of trying to reduce that. Okay, try to relax. The tip is try to relax. Okay, with that you can uh, uh, brainstorm for more ideas. Would have no problem with the feelers and the shaky voice that you guys had. Overall, your tasky that was very pleasant to watch. Like all of you followed the structure, and then you have quite good points. It was so pleasant to watch your tasky. Moving on, for your tasky as well, even though we had so many interruption in the background, but never mind. You guys had uh, clear parts of your discussion. Everyone was playing their part, right? Everyone was contributing to that discussion. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Right. For your discussion, you had no problem. You guys did prompting and then did instructing others as well. So I think you all are very prepared to sit for the actual test. But if I could advise, please take the opportunity to start the discussion, right? You could start simply being the moderator. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. Today we are here again to discuss the best benefit that people look for when they want to migrate to another country. Anyone have anything to say? Just like that, you be the discussion opener, right? Then uh, always have your treat time. No, I paraphrase that. Right, in doing the discussion, always have 3 times. How to get no. Always speak for 3 times. In the beginning of the discussion, in the middle of the discussion, and before the discussion ends. That means you speak for at least 3 times. So that the examiner will see that you are contributing to the discussion and you are actually doing your part, right? And if you see someone is taking too long, okay, if your discussion tadi adalah someone yang ambil macam a bit too long of your discussion time, it's not her fault. It would be your fault for not cutting her off, right? So if you notice someone's taking too long, please cut her off. I'm sorry, I have to add my point, or I have to cut you there, blah blah blah. Okay, you don't let anyone dominate the discussion, right? Even though you guys had really healthy discussion, it was so healthy. I like that. I need you to be more aggressive. All right, try to disagree more so that you have more dynamic to your discussion. Overall, you did great. Um, you had your conclusion ready as well. I hope that you can keep up the good job, right, when you are sitting for the actual test. Okay, I think that is all for my part and the feedback. Okay, before that, you call the examiner. Okay, you in our case you know me, so you call me Mr. K. Instead, you should be calling me the examiner, right? But never mind. When you are sitting in the actual test, please call the examiner. Um, all right, I think that's all. Do you have any question, ladies?
So is there any next time for the mock speaking, mock speaking? Because I think we're not ready for mock.
Um, okay, to be honest, you guys, four of you guys were among the best school yang Aisyah jumpa. Macam you guys follow the structure, all of you had clear voice. I don't think you have that problem of not ready. It's like you're just not confident in yourself. Actually, you guys are all like super ready to be put in that test. We can do another test if you want, another practice. But just so you know, the speaking test is next week. And if you are sitting when in near future, I don't think we have time for that because from next week on, we have so many exams. You have MUET, you have listening, you have speaking, and we have writing. Do you know that ELC writing test will be on week 14? Okay, there is ELC alone. I don't know about your other subject. I bet there are, like banyak test. But if you want to do another practice, yes, we can do that, no problem. But we have to find, extra time, maybe after eat. Okay, not during our class time because we don't have the luxury to do the practice anymore. Okay, do you have any questions? Please ask.
Because my roommates they are doing the mock speaking live with their respective lecturers. So
Okay.
I think the vibe is going to be different if we do the live.
Okay.
But I don't mind.
Right, I get it. Yes, we can meet in person. We have class on Thursday. Would you like to come to my office on Thursday?
Me and other candidates in the meeting right now or in the class.
That is up to you. If you want to stick with this four, I okay je. But when we do our speaking test, ELC speaking test, we will see in person. You will have to come to my room. It's not online anymore. The test is next week, by the way.
The test, which one's the speaking?
Speaking test, yes.
On what day, sir?
The whole week. Yeah. So we have no classes next week. It's like all you guys come to my room. So we are having tests all week long.
So during your lecture time, we are going to do the test.
Yes, because one group takes an hour. You guys have like 5 to 6 groups, so I really need both classes. I mean that's how the schedule lah pun memang we have to use class time. So we will see in person.
Okay, so the other person know about this, sir? Because I think
no.
I just knew it.
Yeah, I
Wow,
haven't.
we are the first.
No, I haven't told because like we are on Monday. Imagine if I tell now, you guys freak out, then you have MUET speaking test to be take care of. So I was planning to tell maybe on Thursday or on Friday. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for telling.
I think ada classes pun tak beritahu lagi kot sebab tak nak korang nak cover. I mean, do you have other tests from other subject?
Next week.
We only quiz.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. Well, I understand how hectic your schedule will be. Kan? Okay, je lagi.
Yep.
Right. Any other question?
And sir,
Yes.
firstly, when I present my point for task A, I was a little bit out of the topic because at first I didn't understand the question. Did you notice that? And will my point get deducted for that?
To be honest, okay, I didn't see any points that don't answer to the question. I think you did well. Okay, that's my point of view. You might think otherwise, but from the so-called examiner point of view, I think you did just great, and you had quite good elaboration. So, no. After all, this is speaking test. You spoke well, and then you had your points well, and the answer could be subjective. So whatever you answered, whatever you said, your point was, as long as it's relevant to the topic, then acceptable. It If we are looking for how well you speak, and I think you did great, all of you. Okay, so don't really worry too much on answering with relevant, with the most accurate answer. There is no such thing called accurate answer because this is subjective.
Okay, so because in her question,
Don't worry, don't worry.
Dah.
Okay, any other question?
Sir. Tidak dulu, tidak.
Okay.
so
If I'm like just now I am out of idea, so macam terdiam macam tu kan. Lepas tu macam nak buat macam mana sir?
English.
Alright. Okay, when you are lost for words, when you are too blurred to think, right, I cannot tell you anything other than macam bila nervous cakap ni. No, when you are nervous, when you are lost for words, you would forget everything. Okay? So the only way to overcome that problem, tiba-tiba blur, tiba-tiba lost for words is try to calm down. Right? Try to relax, try to chill out, try to breathe right, and then you will have no problem in resuming your presentation. So there is nothing you can do except for try to relax. And when you have no idea how to brainstorm, sometimes you boleh kurang boleh brainstorm ideas when you were too nervous or too blur, you don't know how to start the idea brainstorming. The tips is try to use that 5 W's and 1 H. What, when, why, where, why, how. Okay, all those. That will help you try to get, try to brainstorm ideas quicker. Okay, that's one tip. And if you are lost for word again, the only way is for you to relax. Any other question, Aisha? You want to ask something?
Sir, I want to know who speaks the longest, who takes the longest time in the discussion. Was it me?
I think, okay, I should not tell, but I think it would be Marini and Aisha. I think you guys took too long. Okay, but you don't have to worry because it's not your fault. It will be other candidates' fault for not cutting you off. Then, you should not worry about that. Okay? And for the rest of candidates, Christina, Adira, you should know that, this is individual mark. Even though it's group discussion, but you will get marked individually. So you have to fight for your way. Okay, macam tajuk K-drama. Okay? I did. Okay, any other question?
Sir.
Oh, it is enough.
Ha.
are we going to stay with the same group or you will?
I think I will stick with the first group that I handed out. You remember the one that I put in the Google Classroom?
I am with
Yeah.
Marie.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, Shah. You can read again.
Oh, Christina.
Sir,
Christina, your question? Yes?
may I speak in Malay?
Yes, sure.
Kalau yang waktu kan ada 2 minit untuk preparation tu, kan boleh tanya dekat examiner kalau tak faham. Kalau saya tak faham,
That is 2 minutes before the preparation during the task A. Task A je tau, task B tak payah tanya dah.
kalau tak faham maksud perkataan boleh tanya ke?
Boleh, but before the 2 minutes preparation time for task A begins.
Okay,
Faham
thank you.
tak? Kan
Faham?
kita sebelum task itu kita ada 2 minutes preparation time and then 2 minutes presentation time. So before that 2 minutes preparation time, you can ask during that time. Masa mula-mula sekali dapat paper tu. You can ask anything. Remember, you paid a lot for that test, so you are allowed to ask.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Alright. Any question?
So for the part 2, for the second part, do we have to greet the examiner also? Like, do we have to macam
Yes, but only one of you je lah, the one, the opener. Only the first person je. For example, like this. Right, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to the examiner and fellow candidates. Here we are again to discuss on the best benefit that people look out for when they decided to migrate to another country. So, the candidates, anyone have to say anything to say? So, only the first person that opens the discussion agree. Lepas tu orang ni tak payahlah. Alright. Any other question? Yes?
Melayu contohnya bila semua tiga-tiga kandidat tu dia dah setuju dengan satu poin dan saya tak cakap lagi poin saya, baru dah sampai part saya, so saya boleh juga cakap tentang poin saya, maksudnya saya terangkan tentang poin saya yang isi lain, baru akhir-akhir baru saya cakap, but later then I realise that your point is better than me.
Yes, I think I would like that more because you actually have your stance and then you try to keep your ground by, agree with your point, but because we have discussion, you somehow, have bargains and you actually have diplomatic discussion with the candidates, so you agree very good. Yes, I think that would be great for you to do because you at first have your own points and then after 10 minutes discussing you agree with other candidates, so yes, that's actually a good move.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
All right, Marini, you want to ask?
Sir,
Yes.
what to do if we don't have any conclusion? Everyone have different opinion.
Alright, so you should say that lah. For example, when all of you had your own idea, you don't want to agree with the candidate's idea, you can say, in conclusion, we have no decision on this matter. We all agree that all four of these benefits are important, blah blah blah. So you can say that. That is also considered as conclusion. It's not necessarily that you have to stick with one particular decision.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Is there any more question, ladies?
No, sir, thank you.
Alright, ladies, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very
Thank you
much.
for spending your time. See you on Thursday. Bye. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Salam, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum. Thank you for your time.